Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton and beyond. This week we drop in on Malaysia's training headquarters in Kuala Lumpur to chat about the country's best ever Olympic performance in badminton. And Asia's brightest shuttlers are in the spotlight as we report on the Badminton Asia Junior Championships. With 4 silvers and 1 bronze at the Rio 2016 Olympics, Malaysia experienced its highest Olympic medal haul since the Southeast Asian nation first participated in 1964. Most of Malaysia's medals came in badminton, with the shuttlers returning home with 3 medals, winning silver in men's singles, men's doubles and mixed doubles.
The performance from the Malaysian team has been great. It's the best ever results that we ever had from Malaysia in any Olympic Games. Our performance has been more than what we have expected. So I'm very happy for that. They have done Malaysians very proud.
Prior to the Games, Malaysia's biggest hope for a badminton medal was pinned on Lee Chong Wei. The fact that their shuttlers reached 3 finals and had not 1 but 3 chances for the gold far exceeded the nation's expectations.
It's BM's intention is to be one of the top 3 countries in badminton. Today, we are considered as the top 3 already, but we want to anchor that position strongly, and it's a clear message that we are going there.
Although the Malaysians fell short in all 3 finals, their runners-up place on the podium was an achievement the country was proud of.
We have expected our mixed doubles to perform quite well, but not to this point because they were ranked 8th in the ranking. So we thought, okay, being top 8 in the mixed doubles would be relevant to their ranking and showing that they could reach the quarterfinals and maybe semi-finals. But all of a sudden, they has performed above par and therefore has already shown that to the world that they're capable of beating the top pairs. So their performance came at the right moment. They picked their form at the right moment.
我觉得就是很开心可以在马来西亚拿到第一面。
We are very proud to achieve Malaysia's first medal in mixed doubles. It means a lot as we've made history and it's a boost for this discipline in the country.
这个事情，然后给了 Miss W 就是很大的一个鼓励。
What made Chan Peng-sun and Goh Liu Ying's achievement in Rio creditable was their extraordinary comeback to the competitive scene last year. Apart and out of action for almost a year due to Goh's injury, the pair had to claw their way back up the rankings to qualify for the Olympics.
我觉得每一个运动员的付出都是差不多一样。对我来讲是。
We've both made a lot of sacrifices to be where we are today. We've both put in a lot of hard work. Liu Ying, of course, underwent surgery and made a brave return to competitive badminton. Her knee problems had been plaguing her much of her career, and to battle through that was quite admirable.
但是我觉得她的勇气可嘉了，很好。
It meant a lot to them because, Liu Ying went to operations because she had her mind set for this Rio Olympics. She knew that she's risking her career by doing the operation. She would never know. After operation, no one knows how well the operation went and how fast can someone recover from the operation. So I think she has done whatever it took to be there. So she's very happy, of course, and I'm also very proud of her.
The surprise package for Malaysia were Tan Wee Kiong and Gobi Shem. Facing world number 1 Lee Yong Dae and Yu Yong Seong in the quarterfinals, they were not expected to make it past the last 8, let alone stand on the podium, something the Malaysia men's tandem has not done in 20 years.
During the draw, we thought, it's a pity to meet the number 1 pair in the quarterfinals. But they managed to beat the number 1 pair. They managed to win the semi-finals, and they were just 2 points away from the gold medal. So it is a very great result from Malaysian team.
虽然是我们已经得到我们的 target，
Although we've already achieved our target to get a medal, we wanted to surpass that and get the gold. They played very well that day, and so did we. Unfortunately, we made mistakes at the most crucial time in the match, and that cost us the gold. Winning silver at the Olympics is something both of us can be proud of, because it's been a long time since the men's doubles have won a medal.
Then, two-time Olympic silver medalist Lee Chong-wei was the country's great big hope for gold. After getting nemesis Lin Dan out of the way in the semi-finals, the bet was on him to finally triumph. But he ran into another Chinese in the final, and the 33-year-old came up short against Chen Long.
All our expectations was on Dato' Lee Chong-wei, and his performance was great in the semi-finals. Probably it was too taxing for him in the semi-finals. It's very unfortunate, but at that level of game, it's not easy to recover within the 24 hours where he had to play then Chen Long in the finals.
Rio was my last Olympics, and I have participated in the last 4 Olympics, so that has been 16 years of my career. Lin Dan has been my biggest rival, and I have great respect for him. Without him, I would not have motivated myself for the 2016 Rio Olympics. Like me, Lin Dan is also reaching the end of his career, and his successor is undoubtedly Chen Long. He's also another fine competitor and player.
Spurred on by what they've achieved in Rio, Malaysia have already set higher targets and have raised the bar for Tokyo 2020.
We want to be a top nation, so therefore our intention is to qualify in every discipline 2 qualifiers. So it's going to be difficult, but that is the target.
Rio will be a tough act to follow, but with Malaysia hungry for that elusive gold, anything is possible. Time for some badminton trivia. This week we want you to name the first Thai mixed doubles pair to win the French Open. It's a tough one this week, so have a think about it and we'll reveal the answer after the break. When we return, we are in Kudus, Indonesia to check in on Asia's rising stars at the Badminton Asia Junior Championships. Before the break, we asked you to name the first Thai mixed doubles pair to win the French Open. The answer is Sudket Prakpakamol and Saralee Tongtongkam. The Thai duo were the nation's best ever mixed doubles pairing, reaching a career high of number 2 in the world rankings at their height in 2010. Prakpakamol and Tongtongkam clinched their first World Superseries title at the 2010 French Open after defeating Germany's Michael Fuchs and Birgit Michels in straight games. Thai women's doubles pair Duanganon Arunkasorn and Kunchala Voravitchikaichul also stepped on top of the podium in Paris that year, and that was the last time Thailand grabbed top honours at the event. With the 2016 Yonex French Open taking centre stage in the City of Lights this week, be sure to catch all the action happening at the Stade Pierre de Coubertin. Badminton fans in Denmark were in for a treat when the MetLife BWF World Superseries premiere made its way to the fairy tale city of Odense for the Yonex Denmark Open. Finals day began with women's doubles. Olympic champions Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi of Japan took on Korea's Jung Kyung-yoon and Shin Sung-chan. Although the Japanese pair started off brilliantly, the Koreans came from behind to win the first game. But the Olympic champions regained control as they forced the match to a decider. After an hour and 8 minutes, Matsutomo and Takahashi wrapped up the match to take their 4th World Superseries title of the year. Final score 19-21, 21-11, 21-16. Up next was the men's singles. SCG Thailand Open winner Thanonsok Sensambunsok of Thailand made his first Super Series final appearance as he took to the court to face Korea's Son Wan-ho. The Thai shuttler's dream run continued as he comfortably took the first game, but it was down to a battle of wits and nerves in the second as Son tried to stage a comeback. The unseeded Thai player kept his composure and eventually prevailed with a powerful smash to clinch his first World Superseries title of his career. It was a fitting tribute to the late Thai king, Bhumibol Adulyadej, who was a great patron of the sport. 21-13, 23-21, the final result. Mixed doubles took to the stage next, with Denmark's Joachim Fischer Nielsen and Christina Pedersen receiving the loudest cheers from the local fans. The last time the European champions won on home turf was in 2011, and that was the last time any Danish player had done so. In their way were China's rising stars Jun Si-wei and Chen Qingchen, who had already won 4 tournaments this year. The first game went the way of the home favourites, but the Danish pair had their work cut out for them in the second. It took some relentless play from Fischer-Nielsen and Pedersen before they broke the Chinese defence and celebrated a fairy tale end in straight games. Men's doubles was up next with another unexpected Thai finalist. Bodin Isara and Nipitpon Puangpapet, ranked 27th in the world, were up against Olympic silver medalists Gobi Shem and Tan Wee Kyung of Malaysia. Although the Thai pair won the first game, they were unable to repeat their compatriots' victory. In a tight second game, Go and Tan matched the Thais point for point before surging ahead to hand themselves a lifeline. The Malaysians kept their cool in the third game to clinch their first World Superseries title since their partnership began in 2014. Women's singles wrapped up a week of great badminton in Denmark. The tricky Tai Zhu Ying from Chinese Taipei met the inexorable Akane Yamaguchi from Japan. With excellent plays from both shuttlers, the first game could have gone either way. It was Tai, though, who won the opener when she forced her Japanese opponent to commit an error at game point. But a resurgent Yamaguchi battled back in the second to send the match to a decider. The 19-year-old was in cruise control in the third, and it was back-to-back titles for Yamaguchi as she stormed to her second consecutive victory after winning the Victor Korea Open. The Badminton Asia Junior Championships serves as a stern test for the continent's under-19 rising stars before they embark on the highly intensive and competitive senior circuit. Its equivalent, the under-15 and under-17 championships, provide their younger counterparts a platform to showcase their talents and to gain experience for future international tournaments. Initiated by Badminton Asia, the championships first took shape 6 years ago in Japan, where some of the current top-ranked players had stood on the winner's podium.
At that time, the under-15, Jonathan Christie, Akane Yamaguchi, Ai Ohori playing that time. And the under-17, you have Nozomi Okuhara, and then the Shin Seung-chan, the women double from Korea, and also Kento Momota. So that's how they started.
The tournament has since been hosted in China and Thailand before Indonesia was handed the baton in 2013. Earlier this month, the city of Kudus in central Java once again opens its doors to the region's brightest youngsters. Over 200 young shuttlers from 14 countries gathered for the 2016 Badminton Asia Under-17 and Under-15 Junior Championships.
We know that the Badminton Asia Under-17 and Under-15 Junior Championships is a very important and prestigious event for Indonesia. It is a privilege for Kudus to be able to host this event for the third time. At the same time, we also want our players to see how the competitors from other countries play. Players from countries who till now they only see on TV and on the news.
This year, apart from the traditional powers, nations like Sri Lanka, Iran, Tajikistan, and Vietnam also featured at the championships. The wide participation list is part of Badminton Asia's vision to develop the sport where badminton is less established in the continent.
By having this tournament, it's a part of the Badminton Asia development program. By identifying the early talent, I think could be good. especially like for other country that emerged, let's say like Tajikistan, Kazakhstan in the past.
A training program was held concurrently with the championships. The week-long camp was open to all players and benefited those who were knocked out in the early rounds of competition. These young shuttlers were able to hone their skills in advanced techniques and tactics.
We have countries where it's not really strong in badminton, so we help them to have training camp during these tournaments. So we have scheduled morning, afternoon, 3 hours, 3 hours. It's really, really good to see the different players from different countries.
Both the training camp and the championships were a success in the eyes of participants and fans. The Asian governing body and the local administrators who had worked tirelessly behind the scenes have seen their hard work reap rewards. Players, enlightened with new experiences, gave the host nation the thumbs up.
The Indonesians are very friendly and I find the food and culture very interesting, as they are different from Tajikistan. By watching some of the players, I've learned a lot from them, and I enjoyed the sessions at the training camp. I've learned to improve on my grip and my footwork. These are some of the things I enjoyed from the session.
We want the kids actually having fun, at the same time making friends with other countries. That's very, very important. And also at the same time also enjoying the game.
Three-time host Kudus has certainly set a benchmark for others to follow. As their young guests walked away with smiles on their faces, the local administrators are hopeful that tournaments such as these will spur its younger generation to uphold the long and proud history of the racket sport in the country.
We want the younger kids, like those who are 12 or 11 years old, to watch and compare themselves to players from countries that have very strong badminton history. Maybe next time or next year, we hope these players will be motivated to participate in this tournament.
Kita akan challenge dari pemain-pemain muda itu.
After the break, we speak to a young Serbian shuttler who has ambitions to follow in the footsteps of Carolina Marin. Visit our YouTube channel, badmintonworld.tv. There are tournament highlights, plays of the day, as well as past matches to savour. Missed an episode of Badminton Unlimited? Do not fret, all the episodes are available for your viewing pleasure. All the best badminton clips are just a click away. Only the top 8 players and pairs in singles and doubles on the MetLife BWF World Superseries circuit will be invited to participate in the Dubai World Superseries finals at the end of the year. Let's check in on the women's singles list in the Destination Dubai rankings after 8 of the 12 events. Ratchanok Intanon remains on top of the pile after an impressive showing in the first half of the year that saw her grab titles in India, Malaysia and Singapore. Japan's Akane Yamaguchi climbs 3 places to number 3 after bagging her second Super Series title of her career in Seoul earlier this month. China's Sun Yu and her Bingjiao also move up 3 places each to 5th and 6th respectively. Sun and her faced each other in the final in Japan, with the latter snatching the title from her senior compatriot. The biggest mover, however, is Sung Ji-hyun. Finishing runner-up at the Victor Korea Open, the shuttler jumps a massive 5 places to the 7th spot in the rankings. Log on to BWFWorldSuperseries.com to read all the news and information on the MetLife BWF World Superseries tournaments. The Destination Dubai rankings are updated every Thursday following a Super Series event, so check in on the site to keep up to date on the top 8 players in singles and doubles making their way to the finals in Dubai. The rise of Carolina Marin has caught the imagination of Spain and Europe. When the 23-year-old became the first non-Asian Olympic gold medalist in women's singles, she inspired girls all across Europe to dare to dream. One such ambitious youngster is Maria Sudimak. The 14-year-old from Serbia was number 3 in the under-17 European rankings and now hopes to follow in the footsteps of her idol.
I'm so happy because she won the Olympics, and I'm sure that the Europe is proud of her. I can see myself in her, like she's like me. She's never giving up. The World Championship and the Olympics, that's my dream. So.
Born and raised in Kruševac, a small city in central Serbia, Sudimak began playing badminton in 2009 when she joined badminton club Dragons, one of the biggest talent pools for badminton in the country.
I started to play in 7 years old, and first time when I stepped on the court, I fell in love with badminton. Because it's so fast, and I'm feeling so good when I get to the court. My first title was in Serbia on one tournament, and I won gold medal. So I was so happy. I can remember that like it was yesterday.
The under-11 title in 2011 was her first, and since then there has been no looking back. Sudimak would collect over 90 regional and international medals over the next few years. With so much potential, national team selection followed. And now, the young Serb is fully supported as part of a development program by the Olympic Committee of Serbia.
Our best young player, Maria Sudimac, which has just 14 years, showed us a lot, especially in the last several years. At the moment, she's a women's singles national champion in senior category. She's a Balkan champion. She's a top 3 at Europe. She also has so many medals, regional and international, and as we believe a part of Olympic Committee of Serbia, supported by Ministry of Youth in Serbia, development programs, we believe that she can go to her Olympic road, Tokyo or 2024.
With her eyes on the pinnacle of the sport, Sudimak's grooming is on par with elite players. The determined teenager undergoes a grueling schedule with 2 training sessions a day, plus specialized individual workouts in addition to regular sittings with psychologists and nutritionists.
I need to work on my speed, on my technique and on my footwork. I think my trainings are so tough, but I'm motivating in that trainings because I think if I train so hard, I will be someone in the future. The most difficult part is because you have to train every day if you want to be someone in the future, but you have to give up of something. So I think that's the most difficult. But the others in the world, like good players, motivating me in that.
Recently, Sudimak won the under-15 singles title at the Balkan Championships and played an integral role in the country's gold medal-winning team. With each successful step, the rising star is gaining more attention in the region. And with age on her side, the future looks very promising for this Balkan shuttler.
I'm so proud because I'm playing for Serbia, and I'm more proud when I get the medal for Serbia. Of course, it's so good to be a winner, but sometimes the others are expecting from you a lot, and they're expecting for you to win, and you can't, so that time is so hard.
For me, Maria is a very normal player, of course dedicated and loving for the sports, very good with her teammates and her teammates, but there is so much spotlight on her right now, but we just try to relax her to be Maria Sudimac and take it one day at a time. We'll see where it goes, but she's really just one ordinary girl right now, and hopefully it will be one day Carolina Marin or something like that.
Before we go, Let's see what the international circuit looks like as we check the Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we have an exclusive with Olympic gold medalist Carolina Marin as she gives us an insight on her momentous journey in Rio. See you next week.